We're going to start a lesson. Today's day 63 of the year, which is crazy. We're a third of the way done with the whole school year. Whoa, blew my mind. Okay, so math class, fractions. All right. Anyways, we're going to talk about solving systems of linear equations by elimination. So we've been talking about systems. Remember on the last test you had to find a solution. You had two lines or two different graphs. What are the solutions? Talk to your group about it. How do you find solutions when you see a picture of graphs? Just a quick reminder. Okay, hearing some good discussion. Where is the solution? If you have two graphs, where is the solution or solutions? What's that? The intercept? Oh, where the two lines cross. Yeah, it's not where the y or x intercepts are, it's where the lines cross. Good. So like, for example, let's say this is your x and y axis and you had a line. Let's say you had a green line that looks like this, and then you had a something like that. Actually, let's just make it yellow like this. Your intercept is actually right here. And let's just pretend this is like 3, 1. Okay? That would be your answer to that. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, good. Here's one piece of information you need to know. This is a concept from of old. This is I want you to think about today's lesson in terms of this. So 4, if I were to combine 4, or subtract something from 4. What's 4 minus 4, everyone? 0, right? We want to make our answer to be 0 today. So 4 plus a negative 4 is 0. Does that make sense? So let's say I had 4 and I want to subtract something so it's equal to 0. What would I subtract from 4 to get 0? 4. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, good. So that's the big idea today. Sometimes we have two different kinds of numbers today. Let's say we had 4 and 5. We want it to be 0. We can't do that. Is 4 minus 5 equal to 0? No. So we would scale the numbers so they match. So we'd find the lowest common multiple. What's the lowest common multiple of 4 and 5? 20, right? So we would multiply 4 times 5 and 5 times 4 and you get 20, right? And the idea is that we're scaling things. So what's 20 minus 20? 0. Okay, clearly that's not the 4 minus 5 is definitely not equal to 0. But the idea is we could scale numbers together so we could eliminate it. Elimination is to get rid of, okay? Make sense? So these are some ideas from before. But really the biggest idea is where do the lines cross? That's where the solution is, okay? So if you're in the video, here are the steps. So you need to pause the video here to write these down. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to start on numbers 1 and 2. Okay. Solve the system by elimination. So, eyes up here, pencils down, pencils down. I'm going to show you a couple, and then we're going to do a couple together. So, it's going to go pretty quick. So, solve the system by elimination. So, we have two different equations up here. I know they're both linear because look at what's happening to the x. It's being raised to what power on this one? First power, and this one is first power 2. Do you all see that? So just a little side note, we know these are linear, so I should have two lines. We're going to see if they cross and what the point is. So I want to pick a variable to eliminate. So because I want to add or subtract one of the equations from the other. So I notice that it's positive 7x and negative x here. So if I were to combine these, I can't really combine them and get 0, right? Or the y's I can't really combine to get 0. But what if I were to take the second equation, okay, and multiply it by 2? Let's just pretend I multiply the second equation by 2. I know that if I multiply the second equation by 2, that negative 10y would equal to negative 20y. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I'm going to do is rewrite the second equation. I'm going to multiply out this 2 across all of the terms here, right? And I'm going to rewrite equation 2. So we got negative 2x minus 20y is equal to 6. Okay? And then I'm going to bring the first equation right underneath it. Okay? Because I want to line up all of my numbers together and all my variables together. So all I did right now is I took the second equation, multiplied to look like that, and then I took the first equation and brought it down to look like that. Okay? Okay, now I can combine these, right? I'm going to take the second equation and I'm going to add it, okay? Because I know that 20y plus 20y is equal to 0, right? It eliminates. All right? And I'm putting parentheses around this whole second equation because I want to make sure that we add all of the terms. So what's negative 2x plus 7x? 5x, okay? And then the negative 20y plus 20y becomes canceled out or eliminates. Bring down the equal sign. 6 plus negative 21 is negative 15. Now I'm going to just solve. We have 5x is equal to negative 15. Okay, so divide both sides by 5. We get x is equal to negative 3. Okay, and that's your first answer. Okay, now we want an ordered pair. This is not an ordered pair, so I have to plug this back into one of the first two equations. I'm just going to work easily, and I'm going to just take the second equation, the original, and just copy it down here. But instead of putting down x or negative x, I'm going to rewrite it so that it's negative 3. I'm putting in negative 3 in there. Okay, and I'm working this out. Negative 3 becomes positive 3. Bring down the rest of the problem here. Okay, I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. When I do that, I get 3 minus 3 cancels out to get 0. We get negative 10y. Bring down the equal sign. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. Divide both sides by negative 10, and you get y is equal to 0. Okay? Still not the answer yet, because where's the solution? Where the lines intersect. Okay, so I have to write this as an ordered pair, so you just write this as negative 3, 0. Box. Here's your final answer right here. Okay? Make sense? Okay, this is a lot of work. I know it's a lot easier for you to just put this into a graphing calculator, like Desmos or maybe your TI calculator, and you could find it. But you need to know how to do this in order to do it without a calculator. Okay? So I saw 2 questions, Sedella and then Donovan. Yep. Or what do you mean? This answer here? No, it could be different. Yeah. Yes. No, I did not. This is where the lines cross. Yep. This is a solution where the lines cross. Yep. Okay. Let me do this one more time on number 2 now, okay? So I'm going to pick a variable to eliminate, x's or y's. If I combine 3x plus 8x, does that eliminate things? No, what about 3x minus 8x? No, that doesn't eliminate. What about y's? What's 4y plus 10y? Oh, that doesn't work. What about 4y minus 10y? Does that work? No. So now, can I multiply 3 with anything to get 8?
No.
Can I multiply 8 with anything to get 3?
Yes. No. Just kidding. Sorry.
No, you can't. What? Can I multiply anything with 4 to get 10? Can I multiply 10 with anything to get 4? No. Okay, so now we're kind of like in that place where we kind of have to multiply 2 numbers to find an LCM, or lowest common multiple. So we have 3x and 8x. I think I'm going to focus on the x's on this one. So I know that if I multiply 3 times 8, I get 24, right? And if I get 8 times 3, I get 24 also. So check this out. I'm going to multiply this first equation by 8, okay? I'm going to take the second equation and multiply it by 3. Okay? So I'm going to multiply this across now. 8 times 3x is 24x. Okay? 8 times 4y is 32y. And then 8 times negative 7 is negative 56. Okay? That's your first equation. I multiply across. It's right here. Y'all see that? Second equation, 3 times 8x is 24x. 8 times 10y is positive 30y. I don't know why I said 8. It's 3 times 10y is positive 30y. Bring down the equal sign. 3 times negative 14 is negative 42. Okay? And then now you could see my x's are the same, right? So I could take this whole second equation and I have to ask myself, what do I do with it? Well, in order to eliminate it, I could try adding it. So I think, what's 24x plus 24x? Does that eliminate it?
No.
Does 24 plus 24 equal to 0? No. Some of you are like, yes, no, it's not. Okay, so you have to really be present while you're doing this. You can't just assume it. So I'm going to put a minus sign here. 24x minus 24x, I know that's going to eliminate it. So I know that's 0, right? So don't just cross the numbers out. I need you to think while you do it, okay? Don't just assume you could eliminate. You have to think about what goes out here, okay? Whereas number 1 had a plus sign out here. You see how number 2 has a minus sign out here? Okay, you have to pick which one it is based upon eliminating it. Okay, let's keep going here. 32y minus 30y is 2y. And then we got negative 56 minus negative 42 is negative 14. Divide both sides by 2. And you get y is equal to negative 7. Okay? Of course, that's not my answer. I need to find the x. So I'm going to plug it back into one of my original equations. So I'll pick equation. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to pick equation 1 on this one. So we got 3x plus 4 times negative 7. Instead of y, you notice I put in negative 7. Okay? And then 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. We're going to add 28 to both sides here. So we get 3x is equal to 21. Divide both sides by 3. Right? And then so x is equal to 7. Okay? So then I'm writing it as an ordered pair. X goes first. X goes first. So we get 7. And then y, negative 7. Okay? Make sense? Raise your hand if you've seen this before in Algebra 1. Okay, some of you don't remember it. That's okay. That's why we're going through this again. All right. So, anyways, let's have students talk here. Okay, before we write this down. All right. So let's do a couple more. We're gonna do 3, and then we're gonna jump to 5 because I think we could get this done quickly here. So let's write down number 3 together. Number 3 is up on the board. We're doing this one together, and then I'm gonna release you to finish the problem at some point. Okay. So let's talk to your groups. Talk about what variable you want to focus to eliminate, x or y. Talk to your groups. Ready, set, go, and tell them why.
Yeah.
All we're going to do is times the top one. I'm going to do y. You go either way. Negative 7.
Negative 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so what variable do you want to get rid of, x or y?
Y.
Okay, and if you chose x, that's fine too. But you can pick whatever variable you want. So on this one, I'm going to pick y also, and I'm going to multiply this first equation by 7. Turn your group and tell them why did I multiply by 7 on this first equation.
Can you multiply by a negative number? Short. So if we decided that we wanted to put negative?
Absolutely. You just have to add or subtract letter correctly. Yes, sir? It doesn't matter what you pick. It could be 7 or negative 7. These are good questions. What matters is when you eliminate. So I'm going to use 7. If you want to use negative 7, that's fine. I's up here. So I'm going to multiply this by negative 7. Or I'm sorry, 7. And I get negative 7x minus 7y. And I'm bringing down the second equation. Now look up here, please. I's up here. Am I going to use a plus sign or a minus sign on the outside? Are you sure? Let's focus on these y's. Some of you are not sure because you just said it because you thought I was going to put a minus sign. Look. What would you do to get rid of these negative 7s? Add or subtract them? Okay, good. It's subtract. Think about it. If you put plus, what's negative 7 plus negative 7?
0.
There you go. Negative 14. Good. Okay. So, we're going to use a minus sign, right? What's negative 7 minus negative 7? 0y. It cancels out. Okay? Okay. We're going to do the rest now. Negative 7 minus negative 9. It's going to be 2x is equal to 14. We're going to divide both sides by 2. So, x is equal to what, everyone?
So there's 7. Negative 7.
No, 7. Yep. Positive 7, okay? Now let's pick an equation and put it back into the first or second equation. Okay, does it matter which one you put it into? No, it does not. So now we're going to put it in. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. You're going to finish up the problem for me and tell me what the answer is as an ordered pair. Ready, set, go. Okay, so I heard 7, 12, and 7, negative 6. Watch up here. I'm going to work this out. It's negative 63 minus 7y is equal to negative 21. Add 63 to both sides. You get negative 7y is equal to 42. So y is equal to negative 6. Okay? So your answer is going to be 7, negative 6. Okay?
Oh, that is why.
Make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, turn your neighbors if you made a mistake. Show them where you may have made a mistake.
I made it right here. See where I got -7? I put the neighbor there. And when I plugged it in and messed up the whole equation.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go on to the next one. Oh, and by the way, couldn't we have checked our work with Desmos? Yeah, so here we go. No Desmos right now. Here we go, number 5. Number 5. Okay. Let's write this down. I'll give you about 10 seconds to write this down, number 5. Everyone's focusing on writing this down. Okay, so turn to your neighbors. Tell them what strategy you would use to start eliminating which variable. Talk to your neighbors. Okay, which one are you going to eliminate?
Why?
Okay, does it matter?
No.
No, so I'm just going to let you do this on your own, okay? This one's like number 2. You're going to have to multiply both of them by something. And I'm going to show you my way. Doesn't mean it's the right way or best way. It's just my way. Here you go on this one. So on this one, just to get you going, I would have multiplied the first one by 9 and second one by 2. Raise your hand if you did this method. Okay, so this is what you should be getting for both these equations. Now watch what I'm going to do with the second equation. Eyes up on the screen. I need to get rid of those 18, so I'm going to add the second equation. What's 18 plus a negative 18? Oh, man. Okay. Let's leave your stuff. Okay, sorry about that. So, when you add these, look what's happening. What's 18x plus a negative 18x?
It's going to be nothing.
Nothing, right? And then negative 261 plus 26 is negative 287. Yep. Okay. Did you see where you made a mistake? Okay, so, and then negative 27 plus negative 14 is negative 41y. Oh. Sorry, I'm going to bring that back here. Okay, keep going. You should be dividing by negative 41. Finish up the problem, redo it. If you made a mistake, you need to fix it now. Go. More quickly because some people are done. So you should have checked your work on a graphing calculator, and when you get that y is equal to 7, it doesn't matter where you put it in, but then you get x is negative 4. So plug it in wherever, you should get that. Okay? If you go to your graphing calculator, plug this in, you get the same answer. Okay? All right. So this will be on your next test. This is required. I know this is something you've learned in prior years, and I apologize that we're using a day on this, but this is important because we're going to do other types of elimination, and it's one of the big picture things. We have solving systems by graphing. We have solving systems by substitution we learned last Friday, which is super important. We're going to be talking about that over again, substitution over and over. This is another way, and then we're going to look at one more way, solving systems by making a table. Looking at tables, we can figure out, what the solution is. Someone had their hand raised. Yes, sir.
So is this from this lesson on going to be on the test?
Oh, from last Friday on, yeah. Because your test was supposed to be last Friday, but then I pushed it back, but we did a lesson on Friday, okay? Anyways, that concludes the lesson here. So